Good afternoon, beautiful people. Welcome back to Vlogmas and welcome to my bathroom, the guest bathroom at my in-laws house, where I currently have a mask on my face. This guy right here, this is the Drunk Elephant TLC Sukari baby facial mask thing. This is the thing that I talked about a while ago that I'm using to replace the chemical peels that I typically would go to my facialist for, but I haven't been to my facialist in months. First, we just ran out of time, and then it was an intentional choice to try and save a little bit of money. So I've been using this, but I've been putting off using this because I keep waiting. It's stupid. I keep waiting for like this perfect scenario, right? In a perfect world, I use the intense chemical peely type stuff at a time when I can wash it off, apply generous amounts of my high-end skincare, and then let my skin breathe, right? The problem with that, like that's an ideal situation. The problem with that is by the time nighttime rolls around, so obviously nighttime or a day that I'm not putting makeup on would be an optimal time to do this. By the time nighttime rolls around, I completely forget. And then like last night, I had every intention of like getting off of my live stream. It is Thursday, December 8th, by the way. And so after my live stream last night, I had every intention of like coming in here, putting pajamas on, washing my face and doing this, right? And then putting my skincare on and oh look, I'm ready for bed by 9:30, you know, or maybe even 10 o'clock because it's late. It's an hour later here for me now than the timeline that I'm used to. No, that didn't happen. I went out in the family room. My father-in-law had gotten home from work and my husband busted out old photo albums of vacation, and there went 2 hours of my time. And so by the time we came over here to like wash up my face and actually get ready for bed, it was 11 o'clock and I did not have time to let this sit on my skin for 15 to 20 minutes. So I was going to do the same thing today. I'm like, I have a Patreon Zoom chat tonight. After my Patreon Zoom chat, I'm going to X, Y, and Z, exact same plan that I had yesterday. And then I was like, you know what, Brianna, that's baloney. You know you're not gonna do it. You know something's gonna get in the way and it's not gonna go as planned. So rather than waiting for the perfect scenario, why don't you take the next best thing and go right ahead and just do it now, even if it means you have to put a little bit of makeup over it. And I still haven't decided, like I want to put a little bit of makeup on because I'm trying to be better about like getting ready and being intentional, especially on days I'm creating content. And so I haven't decided if I'm actually going to throw makeup on or not, but all of that to say, quit waiting for perfection, for perfect times to do anything that you have on your to-do list and just freaking do it. Just get it done. In the meantime, I am going to take the time that this takes to settle in on my face before I hop in the shower to do a little like 10-minute task that I need to do, and I need to reorganize the drawer. The drawer that holds my skincare, my everyday essentials. It's gotten a little bit out of control and cluttered, and it's starting to give me anxiety. So we're going to fix that now. Okay, that feels so much better. I noticed today that, and I don't know what caused it, I don't know if, even though I ate an Alyssa's cookie before my coffee this morning, I have not been good about having food before my coffee, but here's what I do know. I'm hormonal right now. My period is due to come on Saturday. It is Thursday, so I can very obviously be in the legitimate stages of PMS. But what I did notice is I was having feelings of overwhelm and anxiety this morning. Nothing like crazy major. There was one thing that caused me a little bit of anxiety that I did reflections on in my journal. I'll talk about that a little bit later today. But I just noticed like a general sense of you know, you know what I mean? It just gets to be too much. So I ended up taking some CBD oil. I did bring my favorite CBD oil with me. It's on my nightstand and I have not been taking it regularly. And so today I was like, you know what? 25 milligrams, let's go. I took it before I did the second part of my workout. I lifted weights today for the first time this week. I was very motivated. I feel like I had a subconscious fire lit under my butt. Again, I'll get into that later. So I lifted weights, then I had breakfast, then I went and walked on the treadmill. So I'm officially done working out. I've got 8,000 steps so far and it is 1:15 in the afternoon. So I took my oil before I went to walk on the treadmill. So I feel better, but you know how like sometimes, I don't know about you, but I tend to get triggered when things start to feel a little bit disorganized. And while things feel mostly organized, there's a lot, especially within my control, that can be a little bit more organized, like that whole section of the sink in my drawer over there. And so now that I've done that, it literally took less than 10 minutes and I feel much better. So now I'm going to take a shower, get myself put together for the rest of the day and see what the day brings. Is today now Friday? Yes. Yes, it is. After I filmed that little clip in the bathroom, I just was not at all inspired to pick up the camera the rest of the day. I was feeling moody and anxious and not energized after I ended up like closing out the day with 15,000 steps. Like I did activity yesterday, cooking and lifting weights and walking and all of the things. And I'm chalking it up to PMS. I was not into it. So I was like, it's fine. I will film this clip tomorrow. I'm dressed. I am showered, I've walked. I took it easy today. No like formal workout, just my hot girl walk, so to speak. I got on the treadmill for 40 minutes and strolled at a more leisurely pace because Aunt Flo is in fact due to show up tomorrow and I'm kind of feeling it. I don't actually feel terrible. I don't feel bloated. I'm feeling pretty good. I just feel drained. And knowing that yesterday I had so much anxiety about really nothing, I decided that I'm going to take it easy today and continue to get movement in. I'm actually an entire day ahead of schedule for my average of 11,000 steps a day, an entire day, which is absolutely amazing. So my goal is to actually continue, like I'm not gonna stop. I could just like stop for today and do absolutely nothing and then still have 11,000 steps to reach for the next 2 days. But instead, I'm going to see if I can work ahead and just, you know, stay generally active without overdoing it and see if I can get ahead enough where I can chill once Aunt Flo shows up, you know? So I'm excited about that, but I did my walking and then I decided to get ready. Tonight is actually going to be date night for my husband and I, which is why I'm a little bit more fancy schmancy, even though it is 12:30 in the afternoon. I just wanted to get it done, so it's done. And so like when he's like, okay, I'm done, let's go do something, I'm ready to go. And but my in-laws actually have plans with friends tonight, and they were like, so we're going out to dinner, you guys are on your own. We've provided the same food for one another since we've arrived. And so I was like, great, we're just gonna take advantage of that and go have date night on our own. And so it's gonna be wonderful to be able to just spend some quality time with my husband, which we don't get a lot of when we're down here. So that will be lovely. But I did promise you guys to tell you a little bit about, like, I don't remember if it was that I mentioned like the dream that was causing anxiety, but it was a dream that lit a fire under my tush as kind of a reminder as to why I should be motivated and driven to reach this weight loss and health and fitness goal, right? I have this reoccurring dream. I want to call it a reoccurring nightmare because it is kind of a nightmare. But what's interesting is the instance, the subject matter of said reoccurring nightmare happens in all of my different dreams. So it is one particular thing that is reoccurring, even though the plot line of my dreams are different. And that is and you're gonna laugh. If you know me, you're gonna laugh. My husband did last night because of this, just how bluntly I said it. My recurring nightmare is that I have a hard time getting up off the floor. Cue the laughter. Why is that funny? Because I already have a hard time getting off the floor. But in the dreams, it's different. As long as I can like scoot myself over, for those of you that are new here, hi, I'm disabled. And that's why I struggle. And so as long as I like scoot over to the bed or a piece of furniture, I can leverage myself and hop up off the floor pretty easily, right? So it's still a struggle for me. Like I can't just like hop up in the middle of the floor like normal people can. But in this dream, in this recurring scenario, I do not have the strength to get myself off the floor. And I can vividly feel in my legs the strength not being there. I can feel the weakness. I can feel the struggle. I can feel the pain, and I can feel the muscles giving out and not allowing me to actually get up, thus rendering me useless and helpless when I'm on the floor. That is a reoccurring nightmare that I have been having for quite some time, and it freaks me out. Why does it freak me out? Because it's absolutely 100% within the realm of possibility for my life. 100%. I have a progressive disability, which means it's 100% in the realm of possibility that this exact experience, this exact scenario is something that I could be experiencing later on in life. And it's terrifying because it's not fun to feel like you're helpless, right? So this, and I could go into like all the psychological hoo-ha behind that, but the bottom line is that for this particular instance, whatever, it didn't matter what the scenario was. I was literally like, I was in like a store and there was stuff on the floor, so I got on the floor to help pick it up, and then I couldn't get up after I offered to help, was basically the scenario. But the sensation, the feeling, all of it was the same and has happened in many dreams in the last year or so. This has really started in the last year or so. And so what does it mean? What fire did it light? Y'all, I don't want to say, I don't want to go out there and say this is 100% preventable, because the reality is with the progressive disease that I have, it's not 100% preventable. I actually have no way of knowing how and when and to what degree, or if my disease is going to progress. I can get more on the if later. I'm a very unique scenario within Charcot-Marie-Tooth disease in general, but that's a story for another day. The point is, I have no idea if, when, why, or how that's going to happen, right? What I do know is if I am active, if I'm lifting weights and actively trying to stay 2 steps ahead of the muscle degeneration and the muscle atrophy by lifting weights, building weights, working on gains, if I'm losing weight to make mobility easier, thus it's easier for me to get up off the floor, if I take all of the necessary steps to be my healthiest and fittest and strongest self, I can actively, if not prevent, at least put off the scenario that is my reoccurring nightmare. And I think that is a fascinating thing. Like, I don't know if it's my subconscious just being like, you need a kick in the butt. Here you go. That's entirely possible that that's what this is. But it is something that has been plaguing me, and it happens so frequently. It happens so frequently. And I want it to stop. So that's just one of the things, like this reoccurring scenario made me go, you actually, like, really truly, like, I've already made the decision that this is going to be my priority in 2023, but like, this is my subconscious, like, confirming, like, you need to make this a priority. It is on you to make sure that this doesn't happen or is put off for as long as humanly possible. It's your responsibility. Do something about it. And so I just wanted to share that, like, my subconscious is being like, yeah, confirmation, this is what has to happen. Reoccurring nightmares are no fun. They're not. I used to, and sometimes still have, but not as often. Not since this new one has crept in, but my old recurring nightmare used to be that I was on stage about to perform in a musical or something, and I was wildly unprepared. I still get that, and because I am not an unprepared individual. I show up and I know my lines, my music, my choreography, and 9 times out of 10, everybody else's as well. But in my nightmares, I'm about to go on and I have no freaking idea what I'm supposed to do. I don't know the dance move, I don't know the words, I don't know where I'm supposed to stand. And it's terrifying to me. This new recurring dream, whole lot more terrifying than the previous one.
The snow is falling down. I've been longing for this Christmas, when everyone's around to share this holiday. Yes, it's a time of happiness, a time of joy, but now this year is twice as special, 'cause I'm hoping for us to fall in love in this winter wonderland. Chilling by the fire as I'm trying to get your attention, giving you a smile, I can seem to look away. I might be crazy.
Let's see what we got here. We got Mickey Mouse, many Mickeys. Hang on. We got Jack Skellington, Minnie, and Mickey. There's a projection on that one. More Jack Skellington in here. World's biggest brew doll. Is there someone behind you? Okay. Oh, that's a whole island of Misfit toys! That's a whole Rudolph section! That's so cute! The gate, very closed. With the lights and the music. Aww. Oh yeah. That's a very large Frosty the Snowman. Wow! That is a very large Frosty the Snowman. And poor Santa. Aww. Alright, we found another one. Look at that. The palm tree and the pathway. Got a reindeer. We got a nutcracker. We got Santa and his 3 reindeer. And my we got a Santa that's down. Santa's down. There's a gnome in the boat. Gnome on the boat. And then, you know, as you do, we got T-Rex.